In the line of duty, cops face tough situations daily. But what about when they're the ones in need of help? That's when good Samaritans come out and help the cops. From a civilian tackling a suspect who was assaulting a female officer to good citizens stepping up with guns blazing when officers were shot by suspects, here are 5 instances where men and women in blue received crucial assistance from civilians exactly when they needed it most. Deputy Jason Thompson and Deputy Ryan Rathbun from the Whatcom County Sheriff's Department responded to a dispute between neighbors on Green Valley Drive on February 10, 2022. The officers were informed that one of the neighbors involved was armed and posed a threat to the community, forcing officers to quickly intervene before the situation intensified.
Coming and going from the door yelling. I don't want to order him out till we get another person. Hey, sir!
Hey, you want to shoot?
No, it's the sheriff's office. Why don't you come out with your hands empty and talk to us?
That's my bid.
Okay, well, that's different. Okay. Sheriff's office, why don't you come out and talk to me with your hands empty?
If you're a sheriff, I'll blow your head off. Get the fuck out of here. Tell these people to put the goddamn smoke down. Take a ride on the wild side. Hit it.
Drop the gun!
Shut your fucking face.
Drop the gun!
Officers had already requested backup when the suspect, later identified as 51-year-old Joel Barrick Young, became uncooperative and aggressive, hinting he could pull the trigger at any moment, which he eventually did.
What do you want now?
Sheriff's office, drop the gun! Ow! Fuck!
Shots fired, shots fired.
You okay?
Cindy, shots fired! I'm hit!
7-4 walking.
Sit down. Sit down, Bob.
Hey, give me the air. Shots fired. We have 2 officers hit in the head.
As the situation escalated, neighbors joined the officers with their own firearms to take down Joel, who had shot 2 officers right in their head. Not only did the neighbors assist in tackling Joel, but they also helped provide cover for the wounded officers.
Walk to me! 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 Do it now! Do it now! Keep walking! On your face! Get on your face! Get on your face! Get on your face! Hands out! Hands out!
I got the house.
Hands out to your side, all the way! Jaron, out of the turret!
You guys are really making a big scene out of nothing.
Keep your taser on him. Kill me.
I'm coming up to the cup. Be good?
Let's go.
Yep. Okay. Alan, on me! Do not fight. We're telling you right now, do not fight.
As multiple other agencies responded to the scene, Joel eventually decided to surrender, realizing he won't stand a single chance against the rifles with only a shotgun.
Okay, moving.
Holy shit, all you guys are here for me?
He's got body cam.
I do.
I don't have
Could you keep focused on it?
Yeah, I
What, is your car the only one over here?
What's your name? Joel.
Joel what?
Joel who? Young. Joel Gum. Young.
You're on body cam. Audio and video recording.
It's all good.
Audio and video recording.
It's astonishing how someone at 51 years old could cause such violence. However, it was fortunate that backup and neighbors arrived instantly, making Joel realize he had no option but to come out with a white flag.
I didn't really realize you guys were out here.
Have a seat.
If I did, I would have came out a lot earlier.
I'm right. He did say this is our guy. Yes. Yeah.
Okay?
He said pretty
I'm
sure.
going,
and then
but
he said
you
yes.
can throw me in.
Sit down, please.
I'm trying. I have no shoes on. So I'm standing on rocks, okay? You can shoot me if you want. Alright? Sure. I'm not going to cause you any problems.
It's indeed surprising how he then claimed he wouldn't cause any further trouble, seemingly unaware of the gravity of his actions. Following this incident, Joel was taken to Whatcom County Jail after he was charged with 2 counts of first-degree attempted murder, 6 counts of reckless endangerment, assault while armed with a firearm, and felony harassment. Both the officers fortunately survived the incident. Later, 2 deputies filed a suit against Joel Young for assault and battery of officers Thompson and Rathbun in the line of duty. And on May 5, 2023, they were awarded the Medal of Honor by the Washington State Attorney General's office during the Law Enforcement Medal of Honor Peace Officer Memorial Ceremony in Olympia. If it weren't for the neighbor providing cover at that crucial moment, things could have taken a turn for the worse until backup arrived. But Randy's situation was far more dangerous, as he could have split open the head of an officer if a civilian hadn't intervened. But before that, on September 10, 2022, Officer Stacy Wright pulled over a man, later identified as 61-year-old David Kobeck, for minor traffic infractions. The situation escalated rapidly when David exited his vehicle and initiated a physical altercation with the officer.
Hello. Officer, I will be police car. The reason why I'm stopping you is speed. 57 and a 35. You're going 57 and a 35, sir. You have your driver's license, proof of insurance.
As soon as Officer Stacy requested David's personal documents for the traffic violation, David instantly exited his vehicle and did this.
I gotta get my driver's license.
12 radio, this male just stepped out of the vehicle. Step over here now. Have a seat on the ground. Have a seat.
I'm not sitting. I'm not sitting!
Back up! Back up!
I'm not sitting, mother!
We're physical. Put your hands behind your back.
I'm not sitting!
I will tase you, sir. Touch the vehicle. Put your hands on the vehicle now!
Officer Stacy was really having a tough time grappling with David. But just when things were getting more serious, this civilian, almost like an angel, ran over to help and shield the officer.
What the?
Radio summon unit. Roll over on your stomach now.
Knock it off, man. Knock it off now. Get your arm behind you.
Put your arm behind your back. Okay, get your cuffs. Get your cuffs, get your cuffs.
Shut up. Shut up.
Multiple other civilians came to assist the officer to make sure David doesn't get up and get into a physical altercation with the officer once again.
Do that to a woman. Do you understand me? Or not, you don't do that to a woman.
All right, kid, get money.
Take your time.
Don't do that to a woman.
All right, you guys.
Raised you.
All right,
You're good up here. You're good.
male's detained at this time. You can slide.
Roll on your side. Stand up. Walk back to my car.
As the incident followed, David was charged with assaulting a police officer, resisting arrest, and cited for speeding and not wearing a seatbelt. It's truly unfortunate that the female officer had to remind someone that you don't fight with a woman. highlighting a disturbing lack of basic humanity. And that's exactly what was evident in the next case, where an officer was senselessly punched by a suspect for no reason at all. On May 27, 2022, an Illinois trooper initiated a traffic stop on a car driven by 40-year-old Randy Turner at a speed of 110 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. As the officer went close to the suspect's car to get more info, the situation boiled up. The officer was calmly talking to Randy, keeping things under control. But just when it seemed like everything was going smoothly, something unexpected went down. Randy tackled the trooper and landed multiple punches on his face, even when the officer pepper sprayed him. He stood his ground, ready to keep fighting, and the officer was in real danger of getting seriously hurt. But just when things were getting out of hand, this guy stepped in. A citizen took out his licensed firearm and aimed right at Randy, making him back off in a hurry. As a result, Randy ended up with a whopping 44-year prison sentence. He was convicted in 1 count of disarming a peace officer, 1 count of attempting to disarm a peace officer, and 1 count of aggravated battery of a peace officer. Additionally, he got hit with 7 years for each of 6 other counts. And if you think that that's the most a Samaritan can do to help the officer, just watch this next case. On July 13, 2023, an officer with the Tulsa Police Department was questioning a couple of people, one of whom was later identified as Miguel Hernandez. Hernandez had initially given the officer a false name, claiming to be David for reasons unknown. Meanwhile, as the officer continued to question the suspect, Hernandez pulled an unnecessary trick.
Mind getting that for me? And then, David, if you want to have a seat right here for me, please. Right. Union 403, pursuit.
He took the opportunity to flee from the police to the other side of the road when he noticed that the traffic had quieted down, and he really could have gotten away, only if a man hadn't interrupted.
We're going northbound on Denver, coming up to 11th Street, Hispanic male, black t-shirt, gray shorts.
Oh, fuck. Man, bro. Man, homie. Fuck. Oh. Bro, I didn't
Get his name.
Oh, man.
When the man spotted someone fleeing from the police, he immediately stopped his pickup, grabbed hold of the suspect, and threw him to the ground. Later on, police came and did the inevitable.
Very 70, you say northbound Denver from 11.
Hey, can we...
Oh, man.
That should be wrong.
Bro. I'm sorry, homie.
Union 403, he's in custody.
Luckily, this guy showed up just in time to lend a hand to the cops and help nab Hernandez. Turns out, Hernandez was facing a laundry list of charges, resisting arrest, possession of drug paraphernalia, along with felony warrants for burglary, conspiracy, larceny, and illegal firearm possession out of Rogers County. A huge thanks to that Samaritan who helped put Hernandez behind bars, someone who definitely shouldn't be roaming freely on the streets. And same can be said for Michael, who could have evaded countless charges if it weren't for a civilian catching him. On October 24, 2023, a 39-year-old suspect, Michael Prouty, broke into a woman's home, swiping her purse, cell phone, and even her car from the garage. Later that same day, Sergeant Beauty spotted Michael behind the wheel of a stolen vehicle and attempted to pull him over. But he made a run for it. The chase lasted for minutes, with Michael crashing into several vehicles before ditching the car and fleeing on foot. But when he realized he couldn't outrun the cops, he tried to steal another car, right under their noses. This is how the situation unfolded.
Jimmy John's parking lot. He's now at Starbucks.
He's right there. He's taking that car. He's taking the car. Show me your hands! Show me your hands!
The driver of the car behind him wasted no time in hopping out. He yanked open Michael's car door and tossed him to the ground. Michael scrambled to his feet and attempted to make a break for it once more. However, his escape was cut short because...
Hey! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Hey, let him go! Let him go! Let him go! Back up! Back up! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Now! Guys! Get on the ground! Hands behind your back! Hands! 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 Put your hand behind your back! Give me your hand now! Stop! Hey, he might have a gun! He might have a gun! He might have a gun! Keep your hands where we see him now! Let it go!
The driver who helped throw Michael to the ground chased him down and took hold of him until the police arrived, with their guns aimed directly at Michael, ready to pull the trigger if he made any illegal move again. The officers swiftly took control of the situation.
Get your hands out! Get your hands out now! Get your hands out now!
He got one behind his back! I got his hand! I got his hand! I got his hand! I got his hand! All right, cuff him up. Okay, hang on. Stand. Take a seat. Yeah. Sit up, bud. What you got?
Prouty is currently behind bars at Marion County Jail, facing a slew of charges from the agency, including fleeing and eluding, attempted carjacking, and more. It turns out he was also involved in a robbery at a convenience store in the early hours of October 24, before the home invasion incident in Sumter County. This isn't his first time being against the law either. Back in 2017, he was slapped with a 6-year prison sentence for burglary and robbery charges. He got out on a community release program in July 2022, but went ahead and violated it, committing more felonies in Miami-Dade County. Consequently, he had to go back to finish his initial sentence and was only released in February 2023. However, he didn't stay out of trouble for long, as he found himself back in Miami-Dade jail facing pending felony charges. Surprisingly, he managed to post bail in March 2023.